A Trump Justice Department lawyer told a federal judge in Minneapolis today this whole event rose out of a federal immigration matter, was conducted by federal officers doing their federal duty, and the aftermath, whatever happened, is a federal matter. Joining us now is Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty, who has jurisdiction over homicide investigations in Minneapolis. Are you conducting a homicide investigation of the killing of Alex Preddy?
Yes, we are doing that in conjunction with the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. Can I say, though, before that, I saw the Preddy's statement, and our victim witness people were going to reach out to the parents, and I asked them to convey that I would make every effort on every interview I did to talk about who Michael or Alex Preddy really was and not let the lies about him go unchallenged. So thank you so much for talking about who he really was.
Well, in a situation like this, in an investigation like this, to what extent is the case informed by who Alex Preddy actually is? How relevant is his behavior in life leading up to this moment?
Well, most of the investigation is about what actually happened there. I think if his motivations were challenged or we had to look into why he was there, who he was might make more of a difference there. But we're pretty focused on what happened there at the scene, what he did, what the ICE agents did. And we, some of the videos you showed, we've got those and many, many more. We've synced them into, so you can see every angle of it. And we've watched those many, many, many times. We're also interviewing witnesses and just trying to gather all of the information that we can so we have a full picture. Now, as you know, not only do we have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that an agent or agents shot and killed him, we have to be able to disprove a defense that law enforcement has that what they did was not objectively reasonable. And then you add on to this the idea that if we do charge, they are going to try to remove it to federal court. There are some different challenges here than you would see in ordinary prosecutions of homicide cases.
You told us last week that if a case like this is removed to federal court, you, the local prosecutors, would still be the prosecutors on the case.
Yes, which is very unusual. So we would expect if we did charge that they would attempt to remove the case to federal court. We would challenge that, but ultimately we don't really have a choice in that. But if it did go to federal court, we would still be the prosecutors. It would not be the U.S. Attorney's Office. And most importantly, probably state law still applies. So if somebody were to be convicted in federal court on our case, Trump could not pardon that person.
And as you go forward, is this the same approach you're taking in the Renee Good case?
Yes, unfortunately, we've had to take that approach in both of those cases, but also the third shooting where a man was shot in the leg last week. We are also investigating that in conjunction with the BCA.
So you're in complete disagreement with the Trump Justice Department lawyer who said in federal court today that the aftermath, whatever happened, is a federal matter.
Not at all. Two people that were residents in our community were shot and killed. It does not matter who those people work for. They were shot and killed in Hennepin County. We have jurisdiction over this. Now, the federal government could have jurisdiction over it as well, but that does not preclude us from proceeding with a case should we think that that's appropriate. And you need only look at the Melissa Hortman assassination, where we do have joint or dual prosecutions going forward. The feds are going first, and we're waiting patiently until they finish with him, and then we'll go forward with our prosecution. That was not a law enforcement agent, but that is certainly how it should work.
Hennepin County Prosecutor Mary Moriarty, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Of course.
Thank you.